So this is going to be really fascinating because my man Papa Posey does not play the game. So he's going to hear me talk about something that, since there's no crystal opening involved, it's going to feel like I'm talking like a completely foreign language.
Possible.
So we have had a request, which I haven't talked about this in 8 months, to talk about Suicide Mastery Setup, which I believe this is the best mastery setup for Alliance Quest, Event Quest, and the Arena. This is not the best mastery setup for Battlegrounds necessarily, though I still use it because I'm lazy. And this is definitely not the best mastery setup for Alliance War. So please do not think I'm saying this has that. But there are things called masteries, Posey, which influence basically everything your champions do in a fight, including their overall rating. And you can see, I've seen people who go so full extreme on Suicide Masteries, they even have 3 out of 3 in recoil, and I don't get it. And I never will get it. And I think it looks a little shady. So, leave the shadiness to us. There you go. Adjust it accordingly.
There we go.
There you go. But yes, I would start anybody looking to invest, because it's a very expensive, very costly, but you make the investment once and then you're good. Invest in Glass Cannon first. And then I typically recommend, because of bleed, to invest in Double Edge first. Some people might disagree. And then last, I say invest in Liquid Courage. Or you could do 1 or 2 points each and just kind of go long. By the way, Ryan Veda says, pal, pick 2 more for the wall.
Okay.
All right, so I got to put my bestie up there.
There we go.
And because she couldn't be here tonight, because she might actually be doing something romantic. Mama Bear.
Whoa, mama.
Mama. Also, I accidentally put Ryan Bader twice. We're going to do Papa Posey. When I'm sober, I somehow type worse. Linus says, hey, Prof, outside of a poll, who would you like to rank for next? Like, as in, outside of, like, a poll champion? Probably Scorpion. Yeah, Mama is in an undisclosed location, but she is not alone. So maybe Tom Hardy is with her right now.
Having the greatest night.
Steven, you bet. Okay, so I put 2 out of 5 into Deep Wounds and 2 out of 5 into Assassin. Specifically for the Assassin, I'm going to quote our good friend Brian Kramer. If you have more than 2 out of 5 points, it's diminished returns. So you don't want that. So other than that, for PI purposes, I have maxed out Precision. I've gone down to 4 out of 5, and that's been fine, but I maxed it out now. 5 out of 5 on Cruelty. Defense, you'll see I have just enough to max out Willpower, and that's it. That has been a very clutch decision in the last several years, and I do not regret that at all. In fact, I have won several fights because of this. So highly recommend the investment. I used to have maxed out Coagulate. Your champions take 10% less damage from any bleed, and then I realized, as somebody who runs Omega Red a whole bunch, I'm just screwing myself out of a number of valuable utility from Omega Red by using Coagulate. So I took the points off of that. And that did not work well. You'll see I've maxed out Recovery. It's always good for the soul.
Huh.
Salve. This is a controversial one, but Perfect Block is how I justify having my proficiencies be the way it is, because I have 3 out of 3 in Parry and 3 out of 3 in Stupefy. But then 1 on everything else, and I don't miss the old setup. I don't. So, I'm not saying this is the best mastery setup for you, but I do say this is the best mastery setup for me. Specifically, I mean, look at the PI of my champions, y'all. You can see there are no boosts, so I'm not using steroid boosts to show this off. Kick Rocks, we'll have to talk about that. It's interesting. But for the Arena, my top 6 stars at rank 4, 26,500, 25,000, 24,000 respectfully. And then even my 5 stars are really high in PI, 18,000, 17,000, 16,000. And that's appreciated because when we get to rank 5 6 stars, this might feel like we're bringing in 4 stars with the PI because there's going to be like 30,000 overall 6 stars. So if you've got a 15,000 5-star fighting a 30,000 6-star, that's going to be kind of tough. So my favorite mastery setup for questing in the arena, this is my Suicide Mastery build. I hope this answers the question of those of you who've asked it, and thank you, Posey, for listening to a bunch of words you have no idea what.
This has felt like a class.
Well, hopefully the
It's a good
class
one.
is now dismissed.